It's almost time for NaNoWriMo, and I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting really excited. One of the reasons I'm really excited is because I actually have an idea this year, unlike last year where I didn't get an idea until November 1st. I have a lot of friends who are doing NaNoWriMo for the first time this year or thinking about it, and to those that are thinking about it, I say go for it. You may work harder than you've ever worked in your entire life on one thing, but it'll be worth it in the end. It's really satisfying hard work, and really fun too if you let it be. While I am in no way an expert on NaNoWriMo, I know that it can be an overwhelming task, but you can get through it, and I'm here to give you some tips that may or may not help you through it. You may be thinking, oh my gosh, I have no time in my life to write 50,000 words in a month. If you rearrange your priorities a little bit, I think you'll find some time. And it's very helpful if you set aside a specific time in the day that you're going to sit down and write. Don't allow yourself to do anything else at this time. Turn off Twitter, turn off Facebook, turn off YouTube, anything else that may be a distraction. Although writing playlists are great to listen to while you're writing. Something that I found extremely helpful last year was giving myself a head start. Throughout the whole first week, I wrote 2,000 words or more instead of the 1,667 that you're supposed to write per day in order to keep up the pace. The reason this is helpful is because at the beginning, that's when you're going to be the most pumped about your project. You're not going to be drained of energy like you're going to be at the end of November, or sometimes the second week of November. Think of it like a new relationship, how at the beginning you just want to spend every moment with that person, but replace the person with your NaNoWriMo project. I found that pushing yourself to work really hard on something is easier if you have a reward system for yourself. For me, last year, I bought myself a movie at the end of each week of NaNoWriMo. Actually, I bought them at the beginning of the month, and then if I didn't have as many words written that week as I needed to, I would have had to give my movie to someone else, making it also a waste of money. Not that spending money on my friends is a waste, but I think you see what I'm saying. But different things motivate different people, so find a reward system that works for you. It could be something as simple as giving yourself a cup of tea at the end of your writing session. Throughout the month, you're going to be getting a bunch of pep talks from NaNoWriMo. It's really tempting to not read those and just continue writing for the day, but they can actually have some really helpful tips in them and just give you some extra motivation. And reading them only takes a few minutes, so make sure you read the pep talks. And while we're talking about reading, I think it's really important to be reading during NaNoWriMo. It's really easy to blow off pleasure reading when you're so busy writing your own novel, but reading kind of keeps that inspiration flowing and helps remind you why you're writing this book in the first place. Feel free to outline your novel before November starts. I personally hate outlines, but I know they work great for other people. I just wrote myself a few sentences about what the plot's going to be like, and I'm going to write out character names that I can use whenever new characters pop up in my novel. And throughout NaNoWriMo, I like to kind of write out little biographies of my characters. Most importantly, just keep writing, even if you're not inspired, you don't know what you're doing, just keep writing. If you're on a part of your novel that's boring you, skip it. Go on to another part and then fill in the blanks later. Also remember that this isn't about perfection, this is about getting words written on a page or a Word document or whatever. Don't waste any time editing, that's for December. In the words of Maureen Johnson, dare to suck. If you're doing NaNoWriMo, best of luck to you. I would love to be your writing buddy. I'll put my link down where the links go. And whether you're doing it or not, have a wonderful November.